Liverpool versus everybody. Just coming to do a quick preview before heading out to work. I hope everybody's doing well, wherever you are. Good morning, afternoon, good evening. Um, as the title says, Cojones 2019. Um, it's up to Liverpool to really start to get back into the swing. Whatever the issue has been up until this point, whatever the problems have been, if there are issues or problems, they need to be squashed. Liverpool need to bounce back. I think we all can see that. Anyone who's been paying attention to Liverpool for the last few matches, we can see that something just doesn't seem to be right. And I think we're very fortunate that our defense seems to be right or good enough to keep us in games and keep us from losing games. What's up, man? So, the cojones is a kind of a joke, but it's really true. Troy Deeney has mentioned Arsenal, but also if you think a couple seasons back, when we had Sacco and Skirtle, I think it was, he pretty much had a field day against us. Him and the African, they had Igalo, who's playing in Singapore somewhere right now. But on that day, he was pretty much saying the same thing. And what's up, my man? I think we're leaps and bounds away from that team, so that doesn't worry me. We know what Troy Deeney can offer, but he's Troy Deeney. He's more of a brute physical presence, tries to intimidate you in that way, and I just don't think we have a defense or a team. Now, if he lines up against Matip, he might get some joy out of that. So that kind of concerns me a bit. But De La Feo had a hat trick, but let's be honest. De La Feo is one of those guys who always wants to be on the highlight reel, and he might get those, but then most games he goes quiet. For me, the guy that I'm slightly concerned with as well, besides Deeney, if he's able to muscle Matip, is Pereira. The guy on the left, former Juventus player, has played in Champions League finals, played in big games in his career. Good player, really, really good player. I thought he'd even be a bit better than what he's shown lately in his career at Watford, but really good player. Obviously, Decore and Capu, I think they can rival any duo of a midfield in the Premier League. I think they're that good. Decore is excellent. He can get up and down. He can play the defensive ball. He can control a game. So that's where the story will be. I think the midfield defensively, I'm not concerned with them at all. Especially the Dutch fullback they have, whose name skips my mind right now. He got a new haircut. It's probably the best thing about him. But Mane needs to go at him all game. Foster is a good keeper as well. He's a decent keeper, yeah. But defensively, there's not much about them that... Someone tell me the Dutch fullback's name. I can't think of his name. It's kind of killing me right now that I can't remember his name. But that's, I think, where we can get a lot of joy. And I think it's probably due for Mane to bounce back after... had an awful game against Bayern, missed some chances. But Daryl Janmaat. So, obviously, in the thumbnail, Salah's there. We obviously need a big performance from Salah. I think he knows that. Everyone who's watching football knows that. So there's this whole idea that in the past he's done really good against Watford. To me, that means nothing unless he replicates that. So I'm not holding on to that idea of him scoring his first Liverpool goal and yada, yada, yada against Watford. You got to do it now. And all these games are tough. You really look at our schedule for the remaining games that we have. There's only a couple in there that you say, yeah, that should be an easy win. And even then, it's like we're going to get everyone's best shot. Believe that. So we got to get at them early. We got to get them early, get the goals quick, enjoy our football. I personally want to see a 4-4-2 diamond. We're probably not going to see that because we haven't seen it in some time, if ever, under Klopp. But I think that's how we could get the best out of the players that we have right now. And it's another way to just give teams something different to look for because at this point, Watford don't really know how we're going to line up because all they know is most likely Firmino won't be playing. But I think Klopp will go safe and go back to a 4-2-3-1 and probably have Shaqiri on one end, probably Naby on the left. Mane on one end, Naby on the left, or maybe as a 10 where Firmino would be, and then Salah up front. But I think with the 4-4-2 diamond, you got Fab at the base. You can have Naby. You can have Genie. You can have, Naby, Genie, or you can have Genie, Hendo, and then have Nab in that 10 role. There's a lot of things you could do. I think it'd be nice to see Shaqiri and Nab start and have Mane on the right, Salah through the middle, and have Naby kind of in that holding area, not holding, but that more advanced attacking area, and maybe Shakir on the left or Shakir on the right, Mane on the left, Salah up front with Naby in that 10 in that whole area. So it's a lot. It's a lot you can do with that. Like I said, I don't think we'll see a 4-4-2. He'll go with what he is comfortable with, which is probably a 4-3-3 with Shaq on the right, Mane on the left, and Salah up front with hopefully Naby, Fab, and Genie. So I can't wait. I'm excited for this game, and I'm excited to see Liverpool just wake up, just get back into the swing of things. This is not the best time to be out of sync. It really isn't, obviously. So I'm hoping for the best, and just want to get a win. To me, it's not even always about blitzing teams again, like we did last season, getting 4 or 5 goals a game, 3 goals a game, whatever. It's more about the performance. If we win today 1-0, the play is good defensively. Yeah, I'm happy with that. It's all about the performance. Same thing with Salah. He didn't have to score goals and get assists necessarily, but his play needs to be improved. That's obvious. His play needs to be improved. I can't remember who their left fullback is. So I don't know who's playing on that left. But, whoever it is, Salah he can't be getting picked like he was last game so easily. And for Lark says, I almost think we just need to go hell for leather and forget the minutes, points, etc., and just smash them. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, Holebas is out. Not Holebas, it's another guy that was playing for them, and I can't think of his name. But I know Mariappa looked decent against Cardiff, but I'm still not. I don't necessarily rate him, but he did show an ability to bring the ball from the back, push it, and get some things started for his team. So they moved the ball well. Nice 1-2s, very quick. Against us, for me, it's hard to really imagine what they're going to do. Are they going to sit back? Are they going to try to play on the counter? Are they going to come out and try to attack us? Maybe they've seen some things that other teams didn't do, and they feel like they have the players that can do it. So they're a decent team, and probably a level above a decent team, to be honest. To Watford to be in the place that they are, you got to commend them. And they've been on a pretty decent run over the last 8 to 10 games. So excited about it. Can't wait. 3 p.m. here stateside. So looking forward to it. Just to give a score prediction, because why not? I would go with probably a 2-0. I think it'll be a bit frustrating in moments. I think it has the capability to bust wide open. We can get 3 or 4 goals. But you just never know what Liverpool, how we're playing right now. And this is not me being negative or doubting them, but I have to see something that tells me that, okay, we're back in the swing, because lately I just haven't seen it. I've seen a team that has been mostly carried by the defense, which is fine. I'm totally fine with that. And that's the thing. What's kind of frustrating is for so long we thought, man, we're amazing with the goals and all we need is a good defense. We get the good defense, and then we have these patches of games where we look like we don't even know how to score. You get in the final third, we don't know how to produce that pass or that key moment to get people free, to get the goals, to take the chance, the confidence in the shots you can see lately have been weak too. In the game against United, Salah, his shots weren't looking really confident at all. Genie had one from out distance, but to me that probably was the best shot of the game, even though it was over the bar. It just seemed like a guy who was hungry to try something. I want to see us getting back to maybe a little bit of risk taking, maybe just going for that extra pass, trying to make that flick, trying to make that move, that dip. So I want to see the team really just enjoying their football and playing confident, playing with each other. There seems to be something that just isn't there. I'm not sure what it is, but we've got to. It's time to grab it up, because at the end of the day, the positive news is that we are a point above the second place team, and we finish our games and get wins out of all of them, and it is possible. It is definitely possible to do. Then I think we'll find. It's funny, isn't it? I can't work it out. Yeah. It's Lark. It's crazy, man. It's crazy how that works. It's almost unfair. It's like we did everything we need to do. Great keeper, great. Bring a Van Dijk in, who's pretty much single-handedly made our defense that much better. All due respect to everyone who's helped out. Midfield is improved, but for some reason, and again, I spoke about it in the live chat if anybody came by to watch or listen. And it's just showing that we need some reinforcements and going in attack. I mean, that's obvious. And for Lark, maybe it's something to do with the team spirit having been become too intense. Yeah, not enough joy to be. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Whatever it is, I just we've obviously we've got to snap out of it. We've got to snap out of it, and these 11 remaining games, I guess 10 after today, or is it 10 now? Whatever the case may be, are all winnable. They are all winnable. They're all games that you could, not get a positive result either. I mean, that's football, but they're definitely all games. Most of them being at home, most of the bigger ones being at home. They're games that we can win, and to me, I just want to win them. At this point, how we win the league is not really that relevant to me. Yes, we want to see them playing better, more consistent, but if we win all these games for the rest of the season 1-0, you think I'm going to care? To be a bit nervy, and that's, but that's what it's about, man. We talk about enjoying rides and enjoying the journey, taking it for what it is. So, let's enjoy it to the best of our ability. But a lot of people continue to count us out, even our own fans. But Liverpool have got to step up to the plate and start to take 3 points out of these games. There can't be any more draws. There can't be any more draws. Now, I'm not going to sit there and say if there is another draw or two or whatever the season is over. You never know. You can't count Liverpool out based on anything at this point, especially at this point. They hung in there. As much disappointed as we've been, this was never going to be easy. This was never going to be, we were going to beat them by 7. You know who them is. We were going to beat them by 7 or 10 points to the title. It was never going to be easy, especially going against a team who has the pedigree, who's done it before, has a manager who has the pedigree, has lots of players who've, been there, done that. Riyad Mahrez, Sane, Sterling. These guys have won. Vincent Company, Fernandinho. These guys have won at least one or more titles, so they know what to do in these situations. So it was never going to be easy. This was always going to be what it is. But now that it's here, we get a little frustrated. We're very doubtful, very pessimistic, and all that's fine. All that's natural. I think we all have, those natural feelings, and that's fine. But we've got to believe in Liverpool and push them through this title. The fans are going to be big at this point of the season. And today we're really going to see that, hopefully, at Anfield, what the power of Anfield can be when you're supporting a team who's in a title fight. So I'm looking forward to seeing that and hearing that. And just enjoying the game. I think, if we're getting goals early, it puts us at ease because you feel like with this defense, we get a couple goals up, we feel like we can see it through. Even if it's a situation where we're setting up shop and just playing defensively, I don't care. Let's get the goals. Let's be comfortable going into halftime. Oh, maybe not comfortable, but let's be a bit at ease going into halftime and not allow them, teams like that who live off of, playing against bigger teams, better teams, living off catching people sleeping on the counter, living off catching people, on set pieces. Good thing lately, our set piece, our line's been high. It's been disciplined, and whoever's working with them on during the week for training with that is done an amazing job. I mean, we've been doing good in that department for a long time, all season really. And even the set pieces, I think last I checked, we were the best in England when it came to set piece goals, which seems strange because it doesn't really feel like that sometimes. But we've got to take advantage of every moment we have. Those two, set pieces we had, the Salah one I spoke about already, outside the box, the indirect kick, they were just awful. They were awful, and we have to be taking advantage of every opportunity that we have. I'm not expecting us to score from every opportunity, but there are going to be games where they're going to be frustrated. It's going to be frustrating playing against a team who's sitting back, especially, God forbid they score first, but we're going to have to. It's Liverpool. We're trying to get the title. Nobody wants us to get it but us. So teams are going to give us their best. They're going to make it difficult. They're going to look at other teams and see how they were able to, make it difficult for us, frustrate us, and they're going to use that as a blueprint. So we've got to get the goals early so we can be a bit at ease. And Klopp's got to change something. He's got to, obviously we got to change something with Firmino being out, but I really, really, really hope, and it's nothing against Origi or Sturridge, but I really, really hope if they play in this game today that they're coming from the bench and not starting. And preferably Origi. Either way, if he's starting or coming off the bench. It's one thing to be losing something from not having Firmino, which is obvious, but I think not the only, but I think the best option is putting Salah centrally, or like I said, doing that 4-4-2 with the diamond, or just maybe even a flat 4-4-2, and allowing Mane and Salah to just make those runs, man. Make those runs, get on the shoulder of those defenders. You got to try something different. And that's really what it's about. We got to try something different. Give the opposition a different look. And if things aren't going right at halftime, we have got to make things change. Whether it be players, we can't wait till the 75th minute mark to make changes so many times. We can't wait to the 75th mark to change to change the formation or change the way you're playing. We have got to get this win today. It's a desperate time. We got to get this win. Desperate measures. So excited about it. Can't wait to see the boys play. And really, really looking forward to seeing that lineup an hour before the game. So thank you for the 3 people who were here to check me out. Not much. Just wanted to give some thoughts going into game. Yeah. So thank you for your time, and I will see you guys sometime before now in the game. If I have connection wherever I am, I'll do a confirmed 11, and then probably halftime, and then definitely post-match analysis and all that. So have a good day, guys.